If you've been seeing anything Twitter related, been on Twitter, know anything about Elon Musk, or have just been reading the news these past few weeks, you have probably seen a lot going on with Elon Musk and Twitter. So today, I just wanted to go through the facts, the progress, and where we're at with this whole situation. And yeah, that's what's going to be the focus of today's episode of the BB&J Podcast. I'm your host, John Lind, and let's get right into it. So, like I said, there's been a lot of tweets, posts, memes, whatever. So I just wanted to go through the facts. Just, get through all the talk, right? So where do we start? Last month, Elon Musk gained a 9.2% stake in Twitter, making him the largest shareholder of the company. This was a 73.5 million share purchase worth valued $2.9 billion. Presently, he is attempting to buy the company and is apparently securing funds for a total of $43 billion. To clarify, he doesn't want majority ownership, he wants 100% ownership. Twitter's board announced earlier this month that if anyone bought more than 15% of Twitter, the stock would become available to everyone but that person at a heavy discount. Why was this? Well, if anyone, namely Musk, tried to expand the amount that they owned it, everyone else would be able to buy a lot more shares, so it would dilute the amount of ownership in terms of percentage that Musk had. Almost like tanking your shares to prevent one person from grabbing too much power, right? So what we're seeing is Musk is right now trying to buy the company outright 100% as a workaround for this what's called a poison pill that would prevent him from buying it incrementally or working his way up to majority shareholder. Musk was initially offered a position on the board of Twitter, but declined because he would be restricted to 15% or less ownership of the company, as kind of we've been talking about, right? This the key number that a lot of people care about right now is 15%. In terms of the effect that he can have on the company, in terms of how far he can go with things, 15% is a significant number, especially for someone who's not on the board of directors, obviously. Here's the thing. People have been bringing up how much they own, so I wanted to go through the numbers, right? In terms of the Twitter board, Twitter co-founder and board member Jack Dorsey owns 2.363% of the company at 18.04 million shares. The remaining board members, who are 10, total number of members is 11, collectively own 0.2% of the company only. This includes CEO Parag Agrawal, who owns 507.5 thousand shares at 0.066% of the total company, and chairman of the board, Brett Taylor, who owns 56.6 thousand shares at only 0.007% of the company. So those are the hard numbers. Those are the facts. That's where we're at right now. But something that a lot of people have kind of been trying to speculate about is, what does Elon Musk want, right? The Musk's purchase of 9.2% of the company last month is significant because he has been talking about changes that he's wanted to make or issues that he has with the Twitter platform for many years now. So what actually does he want to do? Now, I have compiled a list based on the explicit things that he says he wants to change or has asked Twitter polls about in leading questions, all on his personal Twitter account. So let's go through it. The most recent thing is that he tweeted wanting to make Twitter's algorithm open source. This was posed as a poll, as a Twitter poll, but the majority said that they wanted it to be that way. Presently, algorithms such as Dodo Project Builder, Pelican Cache Backend, and the Twitter text libraries, amongst several others, are publicly available. You can go to opensource.twitter.dev/projects, and it has the full list of these projects through the website and also through GitHub, which is commonly where you put these sort of open source projects. Very normal. That's where you put open source stuff. So to imply that there is complete opacity in terms of Twitter's algorithms and code is not true. I mean, like I said, you can go to the link that I mentioned and take a look at what algorithms are open source. It's really that simple. However, there are several algorithms that Twitter employs that aren't publicly available, and those are the ones that would be made open source if Elon Musk got to the point, was able to successfully implement that change. Continuing down the list, he also announced that he wants to reduce the board salary to 0. Presently, the total amount that goes into share bonuses, estimated value, of course, and actual salary is $2.9 million. This is once again across 11 board members. So to quantify that is $263.6 thousand on average paid out to the board of directors. Especially given the kind of money that Musk is throwing around, that number seems kind of insignificant in relative. But he has also said that if he were to take ownership of the company or become chairman of the board, he would also not take a salary. That is what he has said, is if I own the company, I will not take a salary for Twitter, as part of his thing of cutting the fat, so to speak, of the company. The other thing that he has talked about several times, and this definitely was brought up earlier, is he created a poll asking if there should be an edit button for users. The idea is that Twitter users would potentially be able to go and edit past tweets, polls, whatever, but I will say that Twitter has been in talks about doing this function in the past, so this isn't something that is new from Elon Musk. Musk has also tweeted that he wants to privatize Twitter. However, he did tweet, quote, will endeavor to keep as many shareholders in privatized Twitter as allowed by law. So, according to Musk, he will privatize the company. However, the people who currently own shares, when Twitter was a publicly traded company, will continue to have those shares. That is all I wanted to talk about. Just these are the stats. These are the facts. This is what he personally tweeted about what he wants. But other than that, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll be able to talk about something not Musk Twitter related next week. All right, see ya.